Welcome back to RealHouseDIY. Today I'm going to show you how to troubleshoot a fan that's not turning on. This is a standard box fan, stopped working. It's about 15 years old. This will be the same troubleshooting for any type of fan, such as a small desk fan. And most of these fans have a switch with multiple speed settings. Go ahead and plug it in. Try turning it on. You can see that it won't run. Tools you might need include a screwdriver and a multimeter. First, set my multimeter to measure resistance. Fan switch is turned off. Measure from one side to the other. You expect this to be open, which it is, because the switch is not closed. Do the same measurement with the switch turned on. And again, it's open. At that point, with the switch turned on, we should be measuring a resistance through the motor. Next, a lot of fans will have a fuse in here, and the fuse may have blown. Just push this open. And there you can see the fuse. I'll set it to measure continuity. And we want to measure continuity across the fuse to confirm that the fuse is not blown, which we do, so the fuse is good. You could also take out the fuse and visually inspect it to see if the wire inside is broken. This one here is a glass fuse, so you can see that. Next, we'll check out the wire. At least on this fan, the wire will unplug separately from the fan, so we can make sure that this wire is good. Again, we'll measure for continuity. And of course, in this wire, there's actually two wires, so we'll measure one at a time. That one is good. And that one's good as well. So now we know the wire is fine as well as the fuse. Put that aside. So at this point, something going on inside the fan itself, either the motor or the switch. So we'll need to open this up. So that back cover comes off just like that. So now with that back cover off, you can see the wire is going to the switch, not much else. So at this point, you can check for loose wires. Check for any damage to the wires. It looks okay so far. Can continue, take this apart. This just barely slides out without having to take the front cover off. Now I take a closer look, see the wires down at this connection, and it looks like we also have a capacitor here. I'm going to remove that capacitor, see if there's anywhere I can measure on it to measure the capacitance with the multimeter. And there you can see I have some bare metal on that side and on that side as well. This one is 4 microfarad capacitor, plus or minus 5%. So it could be a bad capacitor. Ideally, you want to disconnect the wires from here. I'm not sure if these are soldered on or crimped on. I can't easily take them off, so I might get back to that later. Next, I'll check out the switch. Set my multimeter to measure continuity. And you can see the wires come in from the power wire. You have black and gray. You have a gray going to the switch. So one of my leads connect to that gray wire there. And the other one to each of the other 3 wires. The blue wire first. So right now it's switched off. Okay, there's one of the switch settings. Connected to this brown wire here next. There's that connection. Connected to the red wire. It's appearing so far that the switch is just fine. And there's the last one for the red wire. So the switch is good. So at this point we need to get to the screws on this side to open up the motor. So we'll need to take the front plastic part of the fan off. Usually these just slide right off, which it does. Put that aside. Go ahead and open up the motor. Now, unfortunately, I did have some trouble getting that last screw out. It's just slightly stripped and it's way too tight to get out. So what I did, since we know it's either going to be the capacitor or the motor itself, what I did is I took that connection off one side of the capacitor. So I'll use the capacitance function on the multimeter. And again, this is 4 microfarad capacitor. And there we got 3.98 microfarads. So the capacitor is definitely good. If you had a bad capacitor, I looked this one up online. That's a $10 part. Maybe not worth it versus a fan. This is a $20 fan. So at this point, by process of elimination, we know that the motor has burned out. It's not worth trying to fix a motor. So inside here you can see on the motor, you have these lengths of wire coiled up. You could take those apart, see what's shorted or burned out. But definitely not worth replacing those wires when you just spend $20 getting a new fan. Hope you found this helpful. While you're at it, take the rest of the screws out. You can save those screws. Recycle the plastic and the metal, the motor. I'll put this out at the street. Someone will stop by and take it for scrap. Thanks for watching.